Rule change, making it legal to share employee-earned tips with managerial staff. So Kent Black, the grandson of the original Black owner, his quote, "We're barbecue experts, we're not payroll experts." We weren't closely following that, and apparently our payroll company did not pick up on that.
So he's building a payroll company?
Yes.
But wouldn't you know what you're doing with the tips? Not the payroll company?
Yeah, I figured
it would be nice to be white and entitled. Like, then you can just get away with shit. You can just be like, hey, we didn't know this. It's like that old Dave Chappelle said, "Hey, Dave, watch this." "Officer? I can do that." Like, what? That worked for you?
That was, God. What was it? There was something I was watching. It was being white and just getting away with everything. It's probably Atlanta.
Probably.
Did you watch season 3?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I don't want to spoil it then. It's got the best celebrity cameo of all time.
Do you want to, Rasheed, actually put that in the middle of you so that while you're talking, you're not turning?
Right. I should know this, like I've done this before.
I'm just trying to help you out, you know.
I forget, you like it in frame, so.
That's right.
We'll just have Luke pour us up off cam. I am right here. Taking the notes.
Or you want to roll on that guy? Yep. Rolling.
Sweet.
On the top, right. There's like 6 record buttons that you can push.
This is the closest I ever did the IG live. Like, you could probably hear me better now.
That's really just fine. I'm the one who always has to field everything because you never know.
Hey, I wasn't offered the position of fielding questions. Do you want me to start asking questions?
No.
So like, no, don't.
I'm still having you go on your line, like, oh, go on your life and see what you can do.
Oh, it was under the shit.
And then actually, Corey, will you swing around so we're not getting this man's shoulder?
I mean, I can.
No.
I can move this way a little bit.
We can move.
Okay.
What's already happening?
Yeah.
Well then,
Is that plate getting hot?
I mean,
No,
moving
not at
around
all.
probably helps.
yeah. And then actually, you can step in too if you want.
I'm tired.
Yeah, because I'm fairly tight on Rasheed. Actually, here you can see the.
Tired us all in here.
Yeah. Pan me down just. Yeah, perfect.
What else is there?
Double check on my phone.
Oh man! All right.
Okay.
No, that's the YouTube, so we're delayed. It's just me looking weird. Me looking at looking at that thing. I can't not see that thing now. Damn it!
What?
I'm gonna keep looking over there.
Oh, what? Oh, the setup?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Go to PVC. I've got to write, note to self, write an action that'll just do all of this.
All right. Sorry for whoever's getting this audio right now. I'm putting the button so it's not like loose. just mute me for a second? All right, yeah. So like.
You know they're putting some heavy money into Black Adam when they're doing a global tour for the release of everything. I'm like, you guys are, DC's really trying to make sure they don't flop. Yeah, that was you gotta.
Yeah, I'm gonna come through.
Uh,
I'm gonna pour you guys bourbon selfishly because I want to try the bottle,
Okay.
yeah,
and I
this
can't.
penance bottle that, you know.
Yeah, this is my penance bottle because I was late getting up here today.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't even know which camera. So here we go. If anybody wants to know.
Yeah, we'll hold this and we'll post it. No, we won't because they don't pay us. So we get that noise.
We'll just tell you guys that it's probably a good bourbon.
We will.
Here, I'll let you. Yeah. I got.
I'll let you pick.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yep, sure thing.
Salute, my
Thank you,
friend.
sir. Salute. Cheers. All right, so you want the bad idea? Are we good?
Are we good? Wait. Oh, I'm ultra dark. Do we have anything that can get that back on there?
I'll just bring it all up.
What happened? Are they on timers over there?
Motion. So they drop down after 10, I believe. In this particular setting, I'm much happier with this being over than under.
Corey, would you like some?
You warm enough?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. Nothing else to say. Feeling that heat, man.
All right, bad idea. Let's go.
Bad idea. All right. When
Wait, your spiel.
I gotta
I thought we start with the bad idea and then you go into your spiel.
Well, I'm not going into my spiel. I'm going into.
Oh, IG Live. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I thought we were going. My bad. That's my fault.
It's all good.
I'll take full responsibility for this. I'm not Trump. I take no responsibility.
I'm not gonna use the hell of that Fifth Amendment.
Audio's a little.
Low?
Me?
There's like a lot of crackling.
Oh,
Oh, maybe it's trying to
The fire.
knock that out. Corey, is there some sort of like noise reduction going on with these?
I mean, we can clip it closer if need be. I don't know why they make that little segment
No,
so
it's
dark.
just like-
I can't tell.
It's like it's trying to.
Or it might be just everything that is trying to.
It's trying to knock out. Yeah, we've got the fire, we've got nature. We got a lot going on. Oh, Evan Barbecue Co. Thank you guys for the dope hats. Northern Texas Barbecue hat. The audio is rough. Audio on the live stream or on YouTube or audio on
Probably the live.
the Instagrammies. We're just trying to sort out that. So we are up in the Blue Ridge right now, and we've taken our whole studio setup remote. So bear with us. We're trying to make it do what it do. Honestly, I think it's Corey's fault. My brother in North Texas Barbecue saying it's both. So live is a little rough, and the stream.
The stream should have just got better. I think.
All right, IG's good. Right on.
Okay.
IG's cleared up. Anyone watching the YouTubes that can let us know how we're doing there?
Yeah, it's better on the board, so I would assume it's better for everybody.
Okay. Give a second, and we should balance out, everyone. Yay! Kosher all around.
Sweet.
Sweet.
All right, everything's recording. We're rolling. Let's go.
Bad idea.
Bad idea.
Okay, so when your co-host of a podcast
Oh, shit.
sends you directions to a place where you're going to record the podcast,
I feel attacked.
and it's not. No. Here, listen, this is on me.
Okay.
When they come as GPS coordinates and not the address, it might be smart to try and get up there during daylight.
Yeah.
So that one's on me. That one's on me.
That's definitely they had nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
I feel better now.
That's a bad idea on my part. It's like, oh, you know what? I'll just go up there doing mine. It's not a big deal. Gravel roads.
I did also really tell. I was like, you sure you want that now?
I was like, it's Blue Ridge. It's not that bad. And when I get up here and I get that first gravel road, it's like, oh, you're only 15 minutes away, and I can't go more than 20 miles an hour. I was like, this is longer than 15 minutes.
20 miles an hour. You were hauling ass because we were slow crawling it. Because that first gravel road, I don't know if you noticed, but the entire forest was covered in dust. I've never been on a dirt road where they had dust warning.
It was night, so I couldn't see it.
Oh, well, you'll see it. You'll see it. What's going on here?
No, so maybe I was going 15. I knew it was going to take longer than I was. It was going to take me an hour. And then the other road, I couldn't even drive up.
So for those of you joining, I am with my good buddy Brian here. We're up in the mountains. We're filming. We're taking this show on the road, literally, not the gravel road. And drop your questions in the chat. We're going to be bouncing between here on the YouTube. We prefer you head over to YouTube. We got a little bit more wiggle room and freedom there. So if you guys haven't already, check out my stories. Tap that link. Shoot over there. My feelings won't be hurt if you leave here. So you did your thing, yeah? So is it my turn now?
I think we can do the intro.
We can do the intro. You want to do the intro?
You still do the intro.
All right,
I'll be more enthusiastic.
You guys heard him, right? Let's do this. Zen out. Where am I looking? Where am I? One? Where am I? Two? Ah, there I am. So got a nice camera in front of me. Right on. Hey guys, Rasheed Phillips here, and welcome to another episode of This Week in Barbecue. Joining me, as always, with so much enthusiasm and joy to be here, is my co-host,
Brian.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Hey, look, we're going to start off with something that people have been requesting because of how I cook a certain thing.
You just wanted to just jump right into that. You didn't even want to ease in, romance me a little, just like, hey.
Because they've been sitting there for like 10 minutes.
He invited me up here to Netflix and chill, and I just wants to shove his ribs. Some bull. So, for those of you who've been tuning in, and those of you who haven't, frankly, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to see me either. Brian and I have been going back and forth on his ribs and how he does them incorrectly, and he actually brought some ribs up here today. Only 2 of these hit the ground, so I'm going to get the one that's not as dirty, and I'm going to give it a shot.
Because the meme. The meme.
Gotta do the memes. No, these are really good. I tried them off cam, and they were delicious. Not bad for upside down ribs, but
upside down reheated ribs.
Yes, the bark though. Look at this. Can you guys in the old Instagram, you see the smoker? Let me shift it to the light. Beautiful smoker. He's being hard on himself. It's a very kosher, top of the line bark. Look at that nice little sheen on there. Those of you out there in the old interwebby worlds, you can perhaps see it too.
Start with the tip.
Isn't that how it all starts?
It always starts with the tip.
Some of the best stories start with men, and then the tip.
Start with the tip.
Start with the tip. I know what we're naming this episode, but they don't know yet, so we'll wait.
Okay, all right.
We'll wait. While I stuff my face, let's cut to B. So you can tell us the stories.
All right, so I'm starting with the tip.
Let's start with the tip. Let's start.
Okay, so you say it from we talk about the good, the bad, and everything in between.
Yes, sir.
So Black's Barbecue, a little bit of trouble. They were not sharing their tips correctly from their tip pool with their employees.
Shockingly, Black's is not black owned. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. Well, their last name is Black, so we'll give them a little leeway. At least it's in the name. It's really bad timing too, because their Lockhart was kind of their original stomping grounds,
yes, it was.
And then the family that split off and started Terry Blacks are now moving into Lockhart, so it's kind of a bad time for this to come out.
It's going to be really awkward coming Thanksgiving dinner when everyone's around the table.
I think they've had a lot of awkward Thanksgiving dinners for a while.
There's been a lot of different stories.
So basically, a 2019 audit revealed that $230,353 in tips were reallocated for their.
What's that number back in there, Tom?
$250,000.
$230,000.
Like 230 and some change.
And some change. And then some change. And then some change. Yeah, were improperly reallocated from their employees to their management. And then
You see, like, this is the jargon stuff that gets me, like the whole farm situation, mishandled management, mishandled funds, improperly used.
people have already
money.
people have already gotten fired and are under investigation. And so, I mean, do I get into the real quote? Do I just lay it all out there?
What do we have to lose? No one sponsors the show anyway. I fund the bill. It's good. You're good.
All right. So this is from
Walk at night.
this is from Kent Black, one of the grandson of the original owner, who's the current owner. We're barbecue experts. We're not payroll experts. I'm just gonna let that one sink in. I'm gonna put my phone away. That's how we're ending that story.
We're barbecue experts, not payroll experts. Here's the thing. That's a cop-out.
That's a cop-out.
That's a cop-out.
You need to know the ins and out of your business.
You definitely need to know the ins and out of your business, and
you need to treat, like,
you have to treat your employees right. And if you're gonna steal from the employees, like, what? And to say that you're barbecue experts but not payroll experts, you're a business owner. You should know how to operate multiple facets of your business. You can't just simply say, and especially when it's lineage, generational like that, this isn't your first time.
No.
This isn't you starting it. You can't pull the Dave Chappelle setup. Oh, I didn't know that card. That doesn't fly here.
It is a new law that was enacted in like 2018, 2019. That's the only reason that I would like, but you know the law is going to be enacted, so you get your house in order.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Because what's that? It's like you live in a flood zone. You know, I'm a carpenter, I'm not a weatherman, so you knew where you lived. They told you, they sent signs like just blatantly aware. What are you getting upset for? You know? No, it's, but like I said, that's what we cover on here, the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything in between. And that, I feel like that statement is a true cop-out. Now, piggyback on that, off-cam, you posed a question.
Yeah.
Want to share it? No, you can't, not one, you got to share it now.
Okay. I feel like, all right, this is a weird question.
Well, this is a weird time.
Yeah, okay, well, now that I know it's a federal law, which I didn't know it's a federal law, I've been wrong then, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'm management, so I've been wrong.
Now you're aware.
Yeah, now I'm aware. Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, when I say management, I don't think management ran service. Like, I think there was a delineation. Right?
I think so, but the issue with this story for me is I stopped working at a brewery in Georgia because they were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They were stealing, and you hear that? Words matter. They were stealing, not misappropriation of funds, not mishandling, no. They were stealing from their hardworking staff to pay their management staff and their tips.
Well, you know why I won't work at a certain brewery in Georgia and Atlanta.
Do you want to just start saying names? Like,
well, let's not like drag, like, okay, the Blacks thing is in the news.
It's true.
We're not going to drag other people's names through. Like, there was a place I did a pop-up at.
Technically, our podcast is on the news, but you know.
Right, but that was printed. There's also libel.
That's true.
Yeah, there was a brewery that I did a pop-up at, and you know their thing was like you can use their kitchen, but they take a 20% cut. What they didn't say is you have to use well, they told us you have to use your POS system, but then they didn't share tips.
You have to use their POS system.
You have to use their POS system, but then they didn't share tips.
Yeah. And I came to that event, and that was a hell of a turnout. Because I remember, you know, if there's ever an event or a pop-up and you're looking for, like, where's she, just follow the fire, like, follow the smoke. Like, I'm literally 2 feet by the smoker. That's right.
You want hard numbers on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so no tips. We did $5,000 in sales in 3 days.
Oh, God.
So they took $1,000 off the top, and we didn't get tips. So let's
say low end. So they were tipping 10% on tips. Low end.
Which at pop-ups it's usually around 15.
Yeah, and we were low. So that's
yeah. It's rough.
Yeah.
And like one thing that people don't know, and like, so, well, we'll get into like this. We'll just roll this in. It's a segue into another story.
Okay.
So Justin Fox of Fox Brothers was recently on Tales from the Pits. Great podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody should listen.
Only after they listen to our podcast.
Only after they listen to ours. So they're on Tales from the Pits, and he was talking about how food costs have gone up over the past 6 years.
Goodness gracious, yeah, they have.
And so he threw out a number, and he said 8 to 10%. And what people don't realize is when they hear 8 to 10%, they're thinking, oh, that's not bad. No, that's 8 to 10 percentage points on the total.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing out a random number. This is not their number, but say their food cost for their entire business was 20%. Now
Which
it's
is low.
Which is low. Now it's 30%. That's almost a 50% increase.
Yeah.
It's not taking a 20% cut just to be able to work at a pop-up is insane.
It really is, especially when they're just providing, and I can't say just they're providing hands, but you give me the opportunity to provide my own set of hands.
They didn't run orders.
Yeah.
So I mean, the only thing they did was take orders. They didn't we ran our own orders. So I'm just
That's
it's
right.
I never worked there again. I didn't.
I wouldn't.
There's a lot of great breweries that are willing to work with you, who are willing to. They welcome you with open arms. They want you back, and they'll advertise for you. They'll do everything in their power to make sure more people come, and they want you to succeed as much because it helps them in the end. And that wasn't what the relationship was at this one.
No, for me, so I'll share mine. And one time for my brother, North Texas Barbecue Arts, make sure to check out the Facebook group. He got a 3-bone Wagyu beef. Ooh, brother, send me photos. I like when you talk dirty. For me, that same brewery that was stealing from the employees, once again, not mishandling, stealing, I rented that brewery when they first opened, before they'd even broke, really open. I said I wanted to go there. I wanted to do pop-ups and wanted to do events. I like being hood famous more than anything on TV. I much prefer to be good at it than anything else.
Yeah.
And I was. I pulled numbers way before the show. And the show hadn't even come out yet, and they were like, oh, well, we don't know. So they were open for a couple of months, and people kept telling me, you guys don't have Phillips here? What's going on? They finally called back. We sat, we met. Hey, can do a pop-up. I said, let's do this. I said, what's your slowest day? What's your slowest day so far? And I think it was a Wednesday was their slowest day. I said, all right, bet, I'll come on a Wednesday, and I'll bring a crowd. They didn't have any folk. They didn't even really have any staff on. I think they only had 2 to 3 bodies on, not including the manager at the time who left. We set up, we go, hundreds of people flock the place, pack it out. They're overwhelmed. It's taken forever to get beers out because we did not expect this. Well, that's your fault. Now, mind you, I am of the darker hue, and those who are running that establishment are not. And there's other stories along the way that I we'll keep it BC barbecue correct here. But after that event, I went there a few more times, and then the crowds kept growing, and the popularity came to where they were realizing people are coming for the food, not the beer. After the 6th pop-up, they wanted to talk and hey, we're thinking we're going to really need 20%, anywhere between 10 to 20% to have you here. And I didn't say no offhand. I was like, okay, cool. What are you giving me for the 20%? What am I getting for 20%? If this is a business deal, I'm going to give up 20% of whatever I make. What are you giving me? Are you putting me up on the billboards that you guys have out there, the digital ones? Am I getting the mailing list access? What am I getting for this 20%?
Commissary costs?
Exactly. What's going on? They're oh, no, that's just for you being here. The crowd's I bring the crowds. I bring the business. What do I need you for? And things just soured after that for numerous reasons and stories of mismanagement with treatments. I'll never forget, and this is the last bit on that location. They had their 1-year anniversary. Their anniversary is on my birthday, October 19th. My birthday is next month. I'm extra large in shirt, so 34 in pant, 15 in shoe. If anybody's out there wanting to, I'm just putting that out there.
So I should buy you some Kentucky Gold.
Oh God. So they had an event, they had the anniversary, and I still showed up to show support because I wasn't as petty back then as I am now. I still showed up to show support and got to talk with the owners, and they were like, "Oh man, we really wish we would have had you here." I was like, "Well, your management staff didn't want me here." It's like I put in a bid, I wanted to be here, I tried, they told me they're only going to have one food vendor, then I come here, there's 5 food vendors, and they look surprised, and oddly enough, the show had been out for 31 days at that point. So everyone was excited to see me. I hadn't really gone out since the show here. And they're like, "Oh, we gotta get you back, we want to do this and this, make it happen." And I was like, "When can we get you? Can we get you for the holidays?" Now, mind you, I was already booked up before the show. I was like, "I'm available like in spring."
Right.
And they thought I was joking. It's like, no, it's like, "I'm available in spring." They didn't book. They kept calling. They called like they normally would, like, "Hey, we want you for Memorial, we want you for this, we want you for that." It's like, guys, I'm booked into 2022 now. You're gonna have to like.
And did they do the thing of like 2 to 3 weeks in advance?
I was like, what? No, like you're out of your mind.
Yeah, like even I'm booking 3 to 4 months in advance. If you hit me up 2 weeks in advance, like I'm not doing it.
It's not gonna happen. It's kind of crazy. And my brother's right here in North Texas. They want to absorb your father without giving anything, and I'm like, I have no issue, but this has to be a symbiotic relationship here. If I'm bringing you the crowd, if I'm bringing you the business, why in the world, if I'm bringing you everything, would I give you 20% and get absolutely nothing in return?
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, we did a flyer for you once." Where? And they showed. I was like, "Bro, when I say it was like size of a baseball card, I was like, who is seeing this? Where's this going? And what am I supposed to do?
We had to buy our own flyers for a thing recently.
Oh God, should we talk about that?
No, we're good.
I kind of want to.
No, let's just move on to more positive. We've been pretty negative right off the bat.
But if you make you feel any better, the last 27 episodes have been positive. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about it. Go ahead.
No, I mean that's all that needs to be said. Is like someone said, it's like, "Hey, yeah, we'll do flyers," and then they came back and said, "No, you got to buy your own flyers."
Yeah. And I'm sure when you had to buy your own flyers, you had to make sure you put their logo and their address and all their stuff on it, yeah?
We had already done that. We had already paid, so we had already paid to design with, and they changed the name of the event too.
Oh, what do you mean?
They wanted to do, we had said we were going to do a certain thing, and they asked us to change the name of the event.
You're just going to dance around that, aren't you?
Look, man, I don't want to burn any bridges, because...
You forgot what business we're in. Fire's kind of our thing. If we don't smoke, we don't eat. So I'm just saying. No, I understand, and we're gonna be BC. Like, it's not. Management is very different there these days. I miss the bearded wonder very much. But management is very, very, very different these days, and I had a thing that I just came back from in Denver. I asked them to ship up one of my products up there for me. Very, hush-hush on what the whole project was. They ship it, naming it to the person that no one should know is going to be there. I'm like, you guys are just fucking idiots. Like, common sense isn't that common. It's just not that common. Oh, gosh. All right. Let's go on to some happy news.
Okay. All right. Well, how about 2 openings?
I dig openings.
Okay. So we missed this one that was last weekend. Butters Barbecue opened up their... What? Okay.
I just think South Park when you say Butters.
Butters, okay, yeah.
I never really watched it, but I always remember Butters.
So if you've seen some sexy brisket photos on IG, there's a good chance that Butters makes some of the best brisket in Texas.
Really? You gotta be careful with that statement. You already know they're barely letting us into Texas after our last couple of episodes.
I'm talking about a place in Texas, so we're good. All right. Well, I'm talking about 2 places in Texas, but so they opened up their new location in Stenton last week.
All right.
So if you're in that area, definitely go try them out. I like Patrick Hernandez, who was at Truth and who good dude who kind of gave me a tour of Truth my first time through. He swears by Butters. I know the Tales from the Pits guys swear by Butters. It's totally worth checking out. And then this is a place I've actually eaten KG barbecue. And so,
Are we gonna? You want me to link the intro and the show notes?
what intro? Oh, we should. It's great.
We'll do that. We'll do that, Katie. We'll put the intro in the show notes.
So, Kareem, so I made the mistake of going to eat at another barbecue spot, because this is what you do when you do a barbecue tour in Texas. You go eat at a couple spots,
Yeah,
and then by
check it out.
the last one, you're only eating a few bites.
Can't get the sampler and everything.
Well, I chose to eat I should have gone and eaten at Kareem's, the KG barbecue spot first. Way better than a legendary spot that I had. Won't name, but
We got to get out of this won't name thing. Our front doors, no one's going to cut us off. So we're okay. Will we be invited to certain places? Probably not.
let's just, you can, if anybody ever sees me, they can just ask me in person, and I'll tell them the spot that I wasn't too thrilled with.
They can barely see me on here. I doubt they're going to see you.
I'm just saying.
If you guys want to know what Brian will not say,
Come do a pop up and ask
drop
me.
him. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah.
All right, well, anyway. So, KG Barbecue, it is Texas barbecue using his heritage and background and Egyptian influence for, like, to make barbecue. So they have stuff
That's interesting.
like lamb lollipops and lamb ribs instead of pork ribs.
You know, we're supposed to do something with lamb.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to do? Well, we should. When can we do it? Maybe this year.
We could do something.
We'll do something this year. I don't know when, but we can.
When are
make-
you making hot sauce?
No one asked you. This is not a cross-centered question. I'm working on it. I'm going to talk to my guy. I'm going to see. It's just the ingredients are on in season right now. So if I can get the numbers right, I'll bring back the Phillips barbecue Scotch bonnet mango habanero hot
And
sauce.
when's there a sausage to go with the hot sauce?
I don't know.
I mean, soon.
So we're wanting to do I want us to do that lamb one.
What? Just like a lamb sausage?
Do the lamb one, and there's a couple. We'll discuss it.
Oh, I mean, I thought
We'll
Spanish
see.
Manchego had to come back.
Oh no, that's definitely coming back.
Okay.
Like before Hell or High Water, that's just coming back.
All right, so let me finish the story. KG Barbecue is opening up at Oddwood Brewing. Hopefully this goes, it's going to go up like in 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Probably. All right, so October 1st.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. That's going to be their grand opening
Okay.
at Oddwood Brewing. He's been working hard on it for a long time. Like, the food is phenomenal. Like, I had it back in 2019, and it was kick-ass, so it's only imaginable what it is now. But, like, he has a unique perspective to his barbecue, and that's kind of the thing that I like what's happening in barbecue right now is everybody bringing their unique perspective and heritage to barbecue.
You know, we were talking to Pops earlier today. You know, we're trying to make sure we can tell more of those stories in some way, shape, or form. And I think that's just a great thing because barbecue means something different just depending upon where you go. You know what I mean?
And like when people say Texas style, honestly, like I think it's kind of morphed into, oh, you cook on an offset.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Okay, cool, but that's not necessarily the style.
I think you can say Texas style is more of a tool and a mindset to how you cook
Yeah.
than anything.
No, I definitely agree. I think it is something. The tool doesn't necessarily dictate what the food is, because I don't know if you've seen, because we chatted about this. My last series of posts have been heavily on costs,
Yeah.
skill set, and tools, and ingredient base. And I don't know if I asked you, but what's more important, the tools, the technique/knowledge, or the ingredients?
Technique/knowledge.
Yeah, that's how I get down. And that's what I believe, because in my mind, if you know a varying range of techniques and knowledge about it, you can approach and do anything. Like if you're like, hey, we have to use this fire to make a meal for people. Okay, cool.
Right.
Wow, let's go. You don't have the tools for it. That's cool. I got my axe. I can do the rest.
Yeah, we're not going to cook a brisket on this thing, though.
Yeah, we good. We good. I go cut down some green limbs. We can suspend it, get it in motion. We can do it. But if you know the tools of it, like on the show, I had to do a turkey in like an hour and 30 minutes, hour or something.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I know how to do that. let me dig and make a convection oven and high powered and put some cast iron with broth in there so it stays moist and dig a trench so that airflow is just circulating around and go. Like, cool. That was all technique.
The
Definitely
timelines
didn't have
on
the
that
tool.
show were asinine insane.
They were and still made it happen. And I can promise you this, when they say it's an hour, it's an hour. When it's 6, it's 6. There's no fluff in it, no pause, no, because I get asked sometimes, what did you do for lunch? I cooked it. I cooked it with my food because I'm not going to take 30 to 40 minutes to stop during a time challenge.
Right.
Had to balance it out. It was
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
sorry.
left.
Yeah. My fault.
No worries, bro. All right, so I guess let me run through some of my
Run through multiple. I've been hogging the news.
No,
right
I'm
now.
glad. I need you bumping those gums, man. People are definitely tired of hearing me, and Lord knows they don't want to see this mug anymore. So, one bit of good news that I want to shout out. One time for Bun B, there's usually National Hamburger Day, but it is now Trill Burger Day, as Bun B and Mayor Turner on the Grill they were serving it up over this past weekend. So I thought that was really cool. Like, that's just, it's cool to see that type of genre crossover, because there are a lot of there's some musicians, not a lot, there's some musicians, rap artists, hip hop artists that are coming into the food space and have been in the food space. Perfect example is E40. E40 is a giant foodie. I think one of the most notable names and recognized would be Master P. Master P's selling everything from shoelaces to ramen noodles, cereals, chips. You know, you've got the what is it, the hip hop chips or the rap chips and like trap chips. Those are going big.
Oh, dude, rap snacks rule. Rap snacks,
Rap
like
snacks, yeah.
rap snacks are like secretly, like, if you could find rap snacks, they're like some of the best chips. Period.
Migos has one, yeah.
Yeah, Migos has one.
They had a ludicrous like chicken and waffle one.
They had. I think Migos had 2 different flavors.
Ooh, okay. So my question to you then, what would your rap snack be? And I definitely need to follow it up by what would your rap name be?
Oh God. It's a bad name, but like I'll just go. This is what I use. Like, okay, so like I name everything after music anyway.
Right on.
So like my Secret Pine's named after a song. My smoker is named after a song, Helicon 1.
Okay.
So, and the same band, I'll go Young Team.
Young team?
Young Team.
Okay.
All right, but rap snacks, probably like a habanero ranch
Ooh, I could get down to that.
on crinkle cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
crinkle cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, crinkle.
Crinkle shit? Okay,
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. What would mine be? What would my snack flavor be?
You gotta start with a rap name.
I got sort of rap name. Oh man, so here's an embarrassing. My nickname growing up north was Big Hirsch.
Okay.
So I'd probably bring back Big Hirsch for that one.
I mean, do we just go to the Wu-Tang name generator? Because that's a thing.
I know it is a thing, but no, mine, I would bring back Big Hirsch.
All right.
I did some performances under that name, so I'd bring back Big Hirsch as the rap name.
Wait, performances.
Performances.
Listen,
We need to honor some of this stuff.
No, we do not.
Let's not just skim over.
We're going to skim.
performances
We're going to skim. If
under
he's
that
not
name.
naming names, we're skimming. We're skimming.
What not naming name? Yeah, that's true. Okay.
We're skimming like it's the funky stuff when you're making pho. My flavor. Oh man, it would definitely be it'd have to be a hot chip. It'd have to be like
Well, rap
like
snacks
a-
also do popcorn, so you could go the popcorn route.
I can't do popcorn.
Okay,
man.
all right.
I got giant.
Well, and they
teeth.
also
Kernels
do the
in there.
puffs.
No, I'm gonna ride with the chips.
Okay, ride with the chips, all
I'd
right.
ride with the chips. I would do. I think I'd do a Scotch bonnet curry blend.
Okay.
I think that'd be how I got. down.
Almost getting Canadian with it. Dude, Canada has the best chips, man. All dressed.
I've never had chips from Canada. Hey,
All
Adam, if you're-
dressed. All dressed is the best chip. Period.
Big Adam, Little Adam, Kofi, anybody on the other side there. I need the next box of Blue Star Nutraceuticals stuff to have some Canadian chips in there for me. Apparently they slap, so I gotta try it
Yeah.
out.
So some ketchup chips and some all dressed.
Oh gosh.
Only Canadians will know.
Only Canadians will know because I have no idea. Let me get the next little bit we've got here. So, also want to give an amazing shout out to, we always talk about our brothers in smoke. I want to talk about our lady, our sister in smoke, Miss Blue Smoke Blair. She is actually doing I want to read this out, calling all my lady grillers. The Women's Grilling Clinic is happening October 22nd. Trust me, I'm not a female by any means, but if I wasn't going to be in Connecticut, I'd do everything I could to be out there to support. They're actually hosting it. It's being hosted by Grill Girl Robin, and they're hosting this hands-on clinic, and you can sign up at grillgirl.com. So for all the ladies who's trying to roll some smoke and get in the queue, or even if you do already, get in there, have some fun. It seems like it's definitely going to be a blast. And I have to piggyback on that by talking about, in my eyes, the lady of Q, the queen of smoke, Miss Sylvie Curry, is still out there kicking butt and taking names. She came for the Great Kearney Barbecue Smokeout. She placed there 8th for smoked pork. She came in 4th for brisket. And she's just out there just destroying the game right now. I love seeing everything that she does. I love all the competitions she does. I can't even call her a sleeper of a cooker. Like, if you didn't see her coming, that's on your fault. That's on you. That's on you. She's amazing. She's amazing, man. Miss you, Miss Sylvie.
When's the reunion, man?
Netflix doesn't care about us. What do you mean? What reunion?
F1 drives all the numbers now, man.
Yeah, F1. Let's do F1 barbecue.
F1 barbecue.
F1 and barbecue. I haven't heard from Netflix since September 18th, 2020, when I got an email saying, "Hey, the show's out." So yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
There's that. You got anything else for us?
All right, well, Southern Living released their top 50 list.
I almost. Oh gosh.
Hey, it's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think.
I know it's not as bad. All right.
Can you guess number one?
Rodney?
I don't know why I'm asking you. Can you guess? I already told you.
No, that's right. It is Rodney, but
Yeah,
of a
the
different
OG
Rodney.
Scots.
It is the OG. Shout out to the whole Scots family.
Which is a good choice.
It is a great choice.
Honestly,
a well-deserved choice.
Honestly, like, that's one of, like, I'm going to say like 18 times. That's one of my favorite barbecue trips and destinations.
We can ride out.
Yeah, going up to Hemingway, getting there early.
As you have to.
As you have to. That way you can pick which section of the pig you're getting your cuts off of, getting those fresh cracklings.
Oh gosh.
Early, unless you guys pull your pitmaster card.
No, they don't open for anybody.
I don't have juice over there.
Yeah, no.
I got no juice there. I got more juice going to
Anthony
Rodney
Bourdain
than
didn't even get juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got no squeeze there, my friend.
My favorite story, you've heard, I don't know what video, if it was Anthony Bourdain or another, or if it was the Southern Foodway Alliance video on Scott's, where Rodney Scott pulled up, like, was talking about a guy pulled up early in the morning. He's like, "Yo, I need to get some." And he goes, "What you need to get?" And he goes, "Like, can I get like an ounce?" And he goes, I was like, "Dude, we don't sell anything less than a pound." He's like, "Pound? I don't need that much."
Yeah.
He drove off, and
No,
I think they were talking about something different. Okay, so I kind of did a breakdown though of like the places. So,
but that's definitely good. I like.
Yeah.
So number one, I like that already.
yeah, number 2 is Snows, and that's another one that like.
Deserved.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm so happy that the success they have because of the Netflix show.
It definitely catapulted, but they were doing numbers before, and it definitely helped.
Well, I mean, like the first trip I ever got there, we got there at 6:30, and there were already 17 people in line.
Should have got there at 6:15.
Yeah, dude. No, someone said they got there at 3 and pulled up a cot. Man, they were sleeping there. Jeez. No, I mean that's another spot that like.
Where would you barbecue or not? Sorry to interrupt. Barbecue or not? Where would you pull up and cot? Not pull up early, but cot for food. Barbecue related or not? Where would you pull up for?
That's.
And it doesn't have to be a barbecue place. It's someone who slings food. I know where I would pull up for, and this is just strictly off of stories alone.
You go first, because I got to think about this.
I would pull up for Patty's Pies. The way Questlove tells these stories of how he's constantly dipped and dodged by the queen for her pies just has me feeling like if Patty were to say she's doing a pop-up tomorrow with them, I'm out there first thing. Like, not I'm there, like I'm leaving you guys mid-recording, and I'm going because this man has been trying to get her food for over a decade, and everyone else around him in his friend circle has gotten it, and he's just Gilligan on the island all by himself. So something tells me, like, I know that food's got a hit. I know there's just something in there.
And so
It's that arm elbow, that dimple in the elbow. I
Yeah.
know that's where the flavor comes in, man. Just trickles down that bad boy. I know it, and that's where I pull up for. That's just me.
I mean, I know when I have to pull up for there, so I don't necessarily have to go that early.
All right.
But Lucali's, pizza spot over in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
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 Jay-Z and Beyonce spot.
Yeah.
Which my sister's had a couple times and loves.
Really?
Yeah. Like that's a spot I'd pull up for.
That'd definitely be worth it, man.
But so a couple Louis Miller's number 3. One of the things that I liked about the top 25 5 whole hog spots.
You know who'd definitely be happy about that? Dr. Howard Conyers. Shout out to Dr. Howard Conyers. If you aren't familiar with the name, take a minute, Google it. Thank you later.
So, but Rodney Scott's there.
Yeah. Of course.
Scott's in Tennessee.
Sam Jones on there?
No, yeah, Sam Jones or Skylight Inn's on there, and Lexington's on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with all those.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Well, no, wait, Lexington doesn't do. They just do butts. There was another whole hog that I forgot.
Is Georgia anywhere near the top 25?
So there's 2 Georgia spots in the top 25.
All right. What do we got on?
Fresh Air is number 8.
Really?
Yeah,
I did
and
not
then
see that
Southern
coming.
Soul is like in the top 20. Or maybe in the top 25. I can't remember. 2
Where-
Alabama joints.
Where are
big-
Boys Foxes?
number 49 or 48.
Wow. Okay.
Goldie's is the first new spot at number 5.
You
That's the
think
first
that's because of the
No, they,
strip,
like-
or-
Look, I give a lot of props to Goldie's. There's a
Yeah.
reason they're
I know. I
as
feel like
highly.
you get a cut.
I don't get a cut. They're all right. I'm gonna say this. They're fucking stupid in the best way.
Okay.
'Cause
Please
they
follow
make-
this up.
They make all of their stuff from scratch. They make their white bread from scratch. They make their mayonnaise from scratch. They make
They make their banana pudding from scratch. They just they dropped the you said what we talked about.
the
Day in
Alvin
Life.
Jowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
Like so for them 3 days, they have to be there on Monday working towards those 3 days.
Yeah.
Like nothing about that comes easy, and they're always evolving. They're never happy with what they're doing.
Yeah.
And so, and also they worked at a lot of the best places. So it's like they have a pedigree, and then they're constantly shifting.
Okay.
And I say stupid because they don't have to do that, but they do because they're like, we don't want to do anything less. So I absolutely do think they deserve to be in the top 5. Like in the world, in the U.S., yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But like I'm really what I liked about that list is it paid a lot of respects to like a lot of good old school joints that put in the work,
Yeah.
that don't rest on their laurels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
They don't get carried away because
Yeah,
they
but
have
like-
original in the name.
yeah,
or
but
whatever.
honestly, what the biggest thing was South Carolina and North Carolina like representing like in the top 25, 10 of those joints are from the Carolinas.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm glad that a lot more older established businesses that are still doing it
Yeah.
are getting their flowers. Later, not, they're getting them. That's what
Oh.
matters.
I remember the other whole hog joint. So shout out to my buddy Hector Garate, who runs Palmera Barbecue
Okay.
over in Charleston. He got number 19 on the list, and he's doing like, and they opened during the pandemic, 2021.
Do you think Whole Hog is making a comeback, or or just never left and didn't get the attention? Because let's be honest, Whole Hog was always a shining star in a sense, and then I don't know, out of nowhere, brisket just became like whatever it is now.
Well, no, like brisket became king because of like,
A PBS special.
was it the PBS
It
special?
was a PBS special.
Okay, well, I mean, like it's brisket became king because of Louis Miller first, and then Franklin, really. And whole hog never went away. I think the appreciation for the work that goes into whole hog and the understanding of the craft of whole hog has come to the forefront. And now there's more people dipping their toes into like Scotty's whole hog.
Yeah.
Opening a spot. You know, Hector doing at Palmera, wanting to like, I'm going to start with whole hog and then expand from there.
Yeah.
But you know, I just did that event with Brian Keenan, and we
Did
did
you help him?
yeah.
Did
And
you help him roll it on the?
No.
or
So
did it
like
on his
I was doing sausage, so I had to do all that prep. So yeah, he's like, I want to do more whole hog. Yeah.
You know, I was talking to Pops earlier, and we were kicking around some ideas and such, and you know, he was like, if you had to bring a squad to come up and do some cooking or whatever, like go up against some guys, who would it be? And I said, without missing a beat, I said, I need Brian, I need Keebler, and I need Titan. And I was like, I put my guys against any guy in the country, all day, any day. And so you may get a phone call one day, it's like, hey guys, we got to roll out. We got called out. We got to roll. Let's don't make me look bad. Let's move. But that's what it was.
Do we get a cool Michael Bay Transformers rollout?
Pitmasters, roll out. No, but that was my call. Like,
Set
hey,
to Lincoln Park.
Rip Chester.
It's true.
All right, Pete Chester.
I can't afford the pyrotechnics, but I'll just get like those little box of snappers and just pop them all really, really fast.
Honestly, if you just get a camera and like film everything in a really green tent, I think it passes.
Got it. Well, anamorphic, yeah. We gotta get anamorphic on there and shoot straight into the light. Don't avoid it.
As much bloom as possible.
So much smoke, so much slightly delayed explosions.
Get one of those like infomercial like flashlights that are super bright.
Oh yeah.
Straight into the
You
light.
see a mile away.
Yeah.
We've been doing good. We've got questions.
Questions.
We do have questions. Well, first question: do you know what the drama is with Terry Blacks? Yes.
No, we listen to the episode. We've already covered it.
Covered that.
We covered it.
that.
Oh, that was the light.
Somewhere.
38 minutes ago. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The wind. It's real.
The wind is real.
I thought batteries died.
No.
The wind went down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we don't bring the expensive glass outside. All right, I'm back. Let's see. This came from our buddy Yoka Barbecue.
All right.
I told you I tagged myself.
Okay, all right. I know where this question's going.
Is reducing beer for a more prominent flavor in sausage worthwhile or not? Kind of whack? Eh?
All right, so I haven't used, there's only like 2 sausages that I've used beer for. So I've done a beer brat where I've just added straight beer to the sausage. Mm-hmm. And then another sausage that I actually did reduce the beer. Mm-hmm. So I like when I make sausage, I always like to start with the cheese and work backwards.
Yeah.
I always try and so one of the things that caught my eye one time is I saw this Kerrygold Dubliner cheese, which ends up being like kind of like an Irish Parmesan. So I was like, I thought about making a stout pie sausage. All right, so I took Guinness and like I cooked some onions and some mushrooms and some thyme and parsley and a little bit of garlic, and then I poured Guinness in that and reduced it. And so the first time I did it, I didn't really add anything to brighten it up.
Yeah.
And it was, I think the best way to describe it was dank and rich. Like it was almost like you could eat a couple bites and you were done.
That was it.
I mean, and a lot of it had to do with like that the Dubliner cheese is a super like it's like Parmesan white cheddar.
Yeah.
Like it's super rich. So the second time I added some. This is before I knew the effects of vinegar and citric acid on what that does to meat and sausage. So I added some malt vinegar and maybe some red wine vinegar to it to kind of like brighten it up and like ease the burden a little bit.
Yeah.
Ended up breaking down the fibers of the meat because even when you cook it, it doesn't really. Like I needed to emulsify it in something to keep it from like.
Shedding apart and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So, but like, I think you have to be really thoughtful about why you're reducing the beer that you're using. Like, there's got to be a purpose. Like, you just don't want to do it willy-nilly.
That's true.
Why did I say it that way?
No.
You don't want to do it for no reason. So, like in the case of the stout sausage, like I'm making a stout pie, you're going to reduce that anyway. It makes sense in the recipe. When you're doing a beer brat, you kind of want, you're cooking the broths in beer anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm just adding the beer as a liquid component before I mix.
Okay.
So it's not a crazy concept, but anytime I've added like like I've only reduced for that one sausage. Anytime I add wine or beer, whatever, it's usually
good.
just straight. Because like the Spanish Manchego uses wine, the Linguiça Calabrese uses a wine, and both of those are just straight wine in the sausage mix. Yeah.
So good.
Like,
No.
you need to have the Linguiça Calabrese. That one slaps.
Make it, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Kevin's gonna have another dog fundraiser or drive or something, and I'll just buy a bunch of packs and only take one. That's my normal thing. Like, hey, keep the money. I'll just take one pack.
Yeah.
So no, I dig it. All right, so that was that question. Let's.
I hope that answers it.
I think it will.
Okay. Shout out to Yoka.
Solid cat, man. Solid
Yeah.
cat. Let's see. Oh, so this one kind of got me, and I don't know if maybe you can fill in. This is from Beck's Family Barbecue. Will a 250 to 500 gallon offset be worth it if they don't have the stack at great level? Now, for me, I was thinking he's talking about the construction base and should he still go if they don't have it set right there. And he said offset, so I'm thinking he's going traditional straight flow, just by that
Right.
language. You good for it?
I'm good. Yeah. Thanks.
No, I'm not. I can see the bottom of my glass. I'm not good.
All right.
Much obliged, my good man.
It depends on like.
Catch a little bit of that smoke. Yeah, we go.
Oh, you know what? Go ahead and go on top for sure.
You know what?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it. I'm not driving anywhere tonight. That's good. Yeah, we'll just go light.
Yeah, you're here. Like, where do you have
I
to
mean,
go?
is it
The gate's closed anyway.
is it a smoker that you're building, or is it a smoker that you're having someone build, or is it a smoker that's already built?
It sounds like it's something built because of the wording, them stating, like, is it worth it? So I'm assuming it's something they're looking at to pick up.
I like, and this is cooking after not, my first pit wasn't the grate wasn't, or the smokestack wasn't grate level, and now on my primitive it is. I greatly prefer the grate level stack for a straight offset.
Okay.
Because honestly, I have top racks. I don't use them just because of the temp difference, and I also I want my bark to be set, and I don't want stuff dripping down on like whatever I'm cooking. Like I'm not gonna cook. Like I don't like cooking butts or whatever above my briskets or whatever.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's a good question. How do you stack your rig?
I have one.
You just do your straight through.
Yeah. So okay, good. This is a good thing. Like so, this weekend I did a pop up and I cooked the most I've ever cooked. So what I had been doing before is I'd been cooking enough to where I could do kind of like my ribs at the back end of my cook, and kind of do it all in one go and just hold my ribs overnight.
Yeah.
And this one, I did so many briskets and pork butts that I had to separate my rib cook. And so I had to get up, like I went to bed at 11:30 and I was up at 2. And
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And so to get my ribs on, so to make sure they were done by like 9. Yeah, but like I have a 500, and if I wanted to just 12 briskets and like 6 pork butts, if I would just do single level,
Yeah.
that's not like that. That's about maybe 4 pork butts, maybe somewhere between 4 and 8 pork butts, I would say.
But that's why I like my reverse, because a 500 flips to like 1,000.
Yeah. Oh, in cooking space,
in
absolutely.
Cooking space,
Yeah.
So it loads up, and
But
I definitely, I've got both. I've got reverse and an offset.
Yeah, but if you're going straight offset, you want that grate level.
Yeah.
Like you can get okay if you're using 2 racks, you can get away with it being in the middle of the 2 racks. It will even out some of the heat, but you're going to get a much more even convective heat over that bottom grate if it's grate level. There's a reason why everybody's making them that way. So, but the good thing is, like we've talked about this. Learning on a shitty pit is better than getting a great pit right off the bat.
It is, because you'll rarely ever just get a great pit. You're going to deal with some shit. Like,
Right, yeah. And
going
so
to get a cheap store-bought is probably one of your best friends, because on your first cook, you're going to blow out that firebox.
but you're not getting a 250 or 500 as a store bought though.
No. You could get I think, what is it? And shout out to Atlanta Grill Company. Go check out Gary and the guys. Tell them Sheed sent you. You can get a Yoder. I think you can get a Yoder 150 straight flow in store.
And the Yoders have kind of like the higher.
Yeah, they've got that pitched.
Yeah.
That pitched inside. So you can get a Yoder 150 commercial. That's solid, but I know it's not entry level price for a lot of people. Like, everyone wants to go to Walmart and get, the 149 straight flow. I call it Coke can smokers, because the metal is so thin, the second you start any fire in there, it starts to peel the paint off.
Who asked that question again?
This one,
Yeah.
This is from Beck's Family Barbecue.
Shoot us a message what the smoker looks like. Then we can tell you. Because like sometimes without seeing the smoker, we just don't know.
I've had people do that. I've had people DM me images of like, hey, I'm looking at getting this. My buddy Brian Smith, he was looking at getting this. I believe it was a 250 or 5 on a trailer,
Yeah.
and it was a 250, and it came with a warming box attached, and with the firebox onto the warmer. And I was telling him certain things to look for. I was like, hey brother, check underneath, make sure those welds are held. Also check the thickness of that firebox, make sure there's no rusting out spots. It's like, check how that thing latches and holds. I said, if you can, start up a fire, just make it smoky, see if there's any leaks coming through there. Like, I was just giving them the whole gamut of stuff to double check for. He's like, I'd never thought of any of that. He just wanted to make sure it pulls. Like, there's a lot of things you're going to want to check when you're buying a used smoker versus buying a smoker you had designed yourself, because there's, they're finicky. They're legit finicky. Everyone runs a little bit different in some. Everyone has their weird quirks.
I mean, getting someone designed by us, like getting someone to design a smoker sometimes is finicky, man.
I don't think you want to go up that road.
Look, we're not naming names, PC.
We're not naming names.
But you know what? Like
another podcast called "We Name Names."
Barbecue Meme King.
Oh god.
No, Barbecue Meme Emperor, I guess, is the new guy. No.
We don't know if it's troll or foe, but whatever it is, people laugh.
Hey, we all need a little bit of laughter.
That's true. That's true.
No, so I mean, the first pit I had designed, I got it by guys who were welders and not engineers.
Yep.
And I don't hold that against them, and I ask them to do things that they don't usually design around. Mm-hmm. And so it didn't work the way I wanted it to work, and I made it work. It made me a better cook, but I did a little more research. Like, I wish I had done a little bit more research, and I wish I had saved up money and gotten a pit designed to cook the way I wanted to cook, instead of getting a pit that I could afford right then and there.
Do you know how Keebler, Richard, and I met?
How?
So Richard shot me a DM one day, and he's like, hey brother, I'm trying to get this rig from this and that builder. They mentioned they built for you. What are your thoughts? I shot him my number immediately. I was like, yo, give me a call. And he called me. We must have talked for like 2 hours and change.
Yeah.
And since we're BC, we're not naming names, I told him, don't get anything from that builder. And it wasn't a hard knock on the builder, but I said, I can't allow, I'm not big on I made the mistake, you need to make it to learn it. Like, if I can save you a couple of grand, hours, a headache, and a lot of time, I'm going to do it. And
was the builder in Brazelton?
It was.
Oh, I know exactly.
I know you that. And I said, brother, stay away. Don't do that. Go somewhere else. And that's when he got Hancock, because he had sent me. It's like, oh, okay, I found it. He called me like a couple of weeks later, and he found Hancock. He's like, same thing. Check this, and this. He went for it. But with that builder, with that rig, anyone out there, and this is just a personal preference, they built their stuff using that diamond-plated metal and steel.
I hate it.
Which is god awful. Don't get it. It doesn't hold heat. It won't do anything but cut you and hurt your feelings. and they did shitty welds. Nothing was balanced or leveled. The thing was a death trap if you didn't know what you were doing to run it. And ultimately, I quickly outgrew it. And, I think I sold it or gave it away or whatever. And I needed that pit, though.
Yeah.
I needed that hoopty of a rig, that little Pinto that barely works, that lemon.
Yeah.
I needed that in order to know exactly what the next rig had to be and do. And the reason why I let that one go and I had it for the time that I did was because B gifted me Pearl. So I had a bigger rig that was much better constructed, held better, still had its quirks, and just elevated. So if you can, try to design your own, go around. I tell people, go to a barbecue festival. Speaking of, October 17th is the Green Eggtoberfest. That's the thing. Who knew? At Coolray Field in Beaufort, Georgia. Tickets are on sale. I'm not part of it. I'm just doing what I do on the show. And
I was about to say, what are we doing at Coolray? I want to go to Coolray.
yeah, I mean, we can go to Coolray. We can go hang out with
No, we
Rose.
can just buy tickets, yeah.
I mean, you can.
October 17th?
Yeah, right.
That's a Monday.
Is it 17th or 16th? That's when Rose. We'll get the dates and stuff in there.
Okay, right. It's like
But
October
it's
17th.
Oktoberfest. It's probably the weekend, 16th or 17th.
Yeah.
But you've got go to a barbecue festival, see the rigs, talk to the guys. Like, hey, brother, if you had to change one thing about your smoker, what would you change? And if they say nothing, like, all right, who built it? And start there. You know, that's a great way. Going to one of those festivals is the first time I ever saw a Shirley in person. I'd always seen photos, I'd always seen videos from numerous guys, but I'd never seen one in person before.
I will say, I was going when I was looking for rigs. There was the one in Brazelton. There was another guy up in Canton, Milton. I went and looked at his rigs. I called him and said I was going to come look at the rigs. Showed up, no one was there.
That's about right.
Yeah. Then I called him. He's like, oh yeah. And then he starts going on. He's like, yeah, I'm looking to like. He told me, he's like, man, I could load that thing up with wood and cook overnight, no problem. Never have to check on it. I was like, okay, this is not the rig I want.
This is not what I need.
This is not what I want.
8th. Oh, it's the 8th, guys. We'll put that in the show notes. No, I don't want to not load it and not come back. That's scary to me. That's not how this works. This isn't a pellet smoke.
If it's burning that slow and you're not looking at it, that is some dirty ass smoke.
Ooh, somebody sent me a photo the other day of somebody with like chicken that was covered in dirty smoke. And I was like, please tell me they did not serve it. And I was, yeah, the things that make it out. That make it out. All right, let's run through some more. Let's see what we have here. Oh, any tips for barbecue beef chuck?
Confit it.
What would you confit it? Would you do it confit in butter, confit in tallow if you've got that much?
If you got tallow, you could just do it in oil. Like,
I'd at least season the oil first. I would flavor the oil first.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'd do some garlic, some peppers.
Smoke it to like 165.
Okay.
Yeah. Throw some cut some garlic cloves and some onion in half. Throw it in the oil. Throw in some sprigs of thyme and some rosemary.
Yes, sir.
Then just drop that thing in there. Drop the chuck roast in there. Go to around 200, 205. Pull it. Let it sit in the confit until it cools down. You got an awesome shredded beef sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can also do the poor man's burn ends that everybody talks
I
about.
was going to say poor man's burn ends. For me, what I actually use it for is a Jamaican dish called stew peas. It's not fancy. It's just
delicious.
It's just really, really good.
Yeah.
That's what I use it for. But that's on my end. You can do a lot. I would definitely suggest investing in a moderately affordable meat slicer too, because that opens up your world in so many ways. What else do we have? We've got our versatile, best brand. What is your favorite spot? Oh, let's close out with this one because the wind seems like it's trying to blow us off of this mountaintop.
Yeah.
This is from Joe Free 1988. What is your favorite spice / aromatic that you always enjoy working with? I've got two, but I'll let you roll.
All right. So when like researching sausage and like I was looking up a brat recipe,
Okay.
and one of the things like it's like you can use ground nutmeg, but the real thing to use is ground mace. And so my house sausage is an ode to the German, Czech kind of immigrants who came over and started making sausages in the meat markets and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I started using ground mace in a lot of my sausage.
Nice.
Like so, like honestly, like my three favorite like kind of spices that I use in sausage: ground mace, white pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, white pepper's just great. Like,
Yeah, it is.
and then I don't know. I'm just a big fan of ancho chili powder.
I was gonna say, I know that's coming.
Yeah. Speaking of which, if you turn around, you want to do that on camera too?
I guess we might as well let this, well, let me, while I'm still conscious before I take this, my two that I was rolling around with are garlic.
Garlic, yeah.
I love garlic, and I absolutely adore star anise.
Oh, those are great.
I really do. So, for those of you here, this is Brian's rub that he brought for me to test out.
The not the stupidly made rub because it's so expensive to make.
Yeah. Hey, people think it's easy. Oh, make this rub. It's like, guys, it costs a lot of money to make rubs.
Especially since I didn't use any filler and did like 2-to-1 pepper.
Yeah.
Actually, as someone who's like dumb in that world, what are like common fillers for rubs?
Salt and sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar, really?
Yeah.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So actually, that's a keto rub. Like, I could call that a keto rub. It's got no sugar in it, but it's going to be very pepper forward.
We don't need to load that up.
Yeah, we're about done.
I love this.
Oh, no,
size
dude,
of the
dude.
granules, man.
Yeah, 16 mesh.
Yeah, this is beefy.
Yeah,
And not like beefy for me, be beefy like size-wise.
and then kosher salt, like coarse kosher salt, and then granulated garlic, granulated onion. I don't like powders.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Yeah, like if you're going to use it as a barbecue rub, I'd say add a base coat of salt before you do it.
I would, but I could put this right on a steak right now and I'd be happy with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
This is good. This is mine?
yeah. That's yours.
Oh, hell yeah.
I didn't bring it for you to try and then take it back to sell somebody else.
We got steak rub for the steaks, man.
Yeah. I mean, dude, my favorite smell in the world is garlic and thyme hitting the butter in a steak pan before you start basting it. That's like the best. That is like top 10 smells.
That's good. That's good. I did some, we had that yesterday, right? Yeah. Before I whipped us up a little strip.
Yeah. But, dude, yeah, like, honestly, like any of those pastrami spices, star anise, like fresh cinnamon sticks.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, that's the episode. This has been a fun episode. This has
Yeah.
been a different one.
It's different.
Literally in every way. Not in the studio. We're outside. We're up in the woods. We're completely mobile. We know it works. We can do it again.
We could take this on the road.
We definitely can, and will be taking on the road.
Ryan should get a sweatshirt.
I should get a sweatshirt.
We got to get.
Look, man, we're in Atlanta, so we're in like fall season.
We're in fall.
But I didn't calculate that I'm going up to the actual mountains of Georgia, so it's a real fall.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corey. Real fall, favorite season.
Yeah, I know, right? And shout out to Corey for actually falling. Dedicating himself to the cause.
No, this has been fun, man.
It's been a blast, brother. I love that we get to do this. I see you still got some in that glass, so we'll hit it one more time.
Hit it one more time. Bottoms up.
Friend. Bottoms up. Let's knock it out. And to you all, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, my name is Rasheed Phillips. This joining me as always is
Brian Hull.
He's a little bit more excited because he's had a couple drinks. And this has been another amazing episode of This Week in Barbecue, the barbecue-focused podcast that introduces you to both the good, the bad, and everything in between. If you haven't already, it'd mean a lot to us if you'd go give us a review. 1-star, 5-star, whatever it is. It just lets us know how we're doing. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on the old Instagram. He's at This Week in Barbecue. I'm Rasheed Phillips at all social platforms, and Brian you can find at.
Secret Pint Barbecue.
Hey, we're getting it. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We're
Hey,
getting there.
hold on, wait. And tell a friend to tell two friends.
We'll close on that. Take care, and remember, be good to one another. You're getting the hang of it, bro.
Yeah, there we go.